good, but try to limit the number of people to reduce the amount of distractions that might occur. Finally, my study sessions typically weren't very long because I started preparing for
I know you really want to score very high in this JAMB, and at least you want to get 300 and above. That will give you a higher chance of getting admission, especially those looking for these competitive courses like the medical courses, medicine and surgery, nursing, mention them. Today I will hear someone that have succeeded, because it's been long. I wrote my own JAMB, of course. I did well. I did not score up to 300, but this guy is a majestic product. I taught him and he performed excellently well. So let's listen to him as he gives us the study guide, the tips on how he did it. He's really a great guy. If you listen to him, you will succeed alongside with him. Thank you. Happy watching.
Hello guys, my name is Akajugo Amuchazi. Some of you might recognize me from some of the previous physics videos that we've done together. So anyway, today I'm here to talk about some of the study strategies that I use to help me get a high score in my JAMB. So I took my JAMB 2020, I think. It has been a while, but I know I scored above 300, and so I'd like to share with you guys some of the things that I did that helped me get a high score in my JAMB. So obviously the first thing you need to do is to go through the required materials, and I think there are syllabuses online available for JAMB, and so it's really important to go through all the topics as soon as possible, without having to delay everything towards the beginning of the exam. And moving on, not only do you have to cover the topics, I think it's really important to do practice questions, because practice questions get you in the right mindset to know how these examiners test you for these questions. So one thing that did help me, in addition to doing practice questions, was to review the questions after I'd graded them. And not only did I review the questions that I got wrong, I also reviewed questions that I got right, but especially questions that I wasn't sure that I wasn't sure why I got those as the right answer. And so typically, if there's certain questions that you're 100% sure on, I'd advise you to just skip those. You don't need to review those. Try and save up on time as well. And so remember, this is multiple choice, and this is so everything is more evidence-based. So when you're picking up your answers, it is important to make sure that you have some piece of text that backs up your answer, especially for like science questions, where you're asked to pick the correct option, of course. Another thing that they helped me is I always found a quiet place to study, a place away from phones, away from family distractions, away from friends distracting me. You might want to study with some of your friends, that is good, but try to limit the number of people to reduce the amount of distractions that might occur. Finally, my study sessions typically weren't very long because I started preparing for my JAMB, very early. So I typically had 45-minute sessions, and like 5-minute breaks in between. And so after I'd done like 2 or 3 sessions, I took like a much longer break, maybe 10-15 minutes, just to go get some water, to walk around, just to clear my head a little bit. And then I'll come right back to studying, depending on how much I had to do for the day. And so finally, just leaving you guys, make sure to start your preparations early, and don't try to cram too much the night before the exam, because that might backfire and might just end up crashing. So thank you guys, and I wish you guys the best of luck with your exams. Thank you.
Hi, I wanted to tell you that you can contact Her Majesty World for your laboratory equipment and reagents. They are affordable and provide accurate results too. Her Majesty's World only sells what he knows, and his patterns of delivery are sure and certain. Place your orders today. Thanks for your patronage.
Using my prepared filler, you can also place order for any of these apparatus and reagent to Her Majesty.